I be dripping, they calling me. I be tripping, they calling me Sue. 15, when I saw my first 100 bids, got my first 100 bids and made it through the running, man. They know how we coming, man. Gotta get this money, man. I came up from nothing, had to turn it into something, man. 15, when I saw my first 100 bids, got my first 100 bids and made it through the running, man. They know how we coming, man. Go and get this money, man. I came up from nothing, had to turn it into something, man.
Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, Slim Booker bugging me. Just need a bag, quit all that jaw jackery. Don't even be that, I don't want none.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gunn, along with the man who has had to stick with me all season long, Charles Davis. And, Charles, the anticipation, the hype, the media coverage, all in the rear-view mirror now. We can finally get down to playing some football.
Yeah, don't worry about that, partner. I'll ride or die with you anytime. You know that. But here's the best thing about this. Everyone talks about trying to keep things normal as they approach for Super Bowl. There is no such thing as normal. The pageantry, the hype, all of that is more intense than anyone could ever imagine. What you're trying to do is embrace it in one way and make sure it doesn't totally knock you off your game. That's why the night before the big one, teams often switch hotels, try and give those guys that last chance to breathe a little bit before they go out and play.
Detroit! Detroit!
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. To throw on second down, Bradshaw. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Bradshaw, and Eifert has it. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 44 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They run with Harris, and he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bradshaw throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
No, check, Patriot!
Operating from the gun, Bradshaw. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
Well, how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of the Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
On play action, they'll throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. We'll get an update when we come back. to Miami. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Back to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, Bradshaw. And a catch good. It's Eifert. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
To throw on 3rd down, Bradshaw. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Lucky 56. Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to air one out. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Rams add on to their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Here we go now. 3-19.
toss play. It's Harris. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On third down, Bradshaw. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he stays up. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Cameron Hayward forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
With it is Brown. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Looking to throw. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Gone! Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on 2nd down. Bradshaw. He's going to sling this deep down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now let's go. Green.
Harris. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Bradshaw able to find Harris, complete. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Gone! Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 1st down, Bradshaw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off around the 41. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Green 39. Green 39.
They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Gone! Set! 3-19! 3-19!
On 1st and 10, Bradshaw. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
But you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. And the Steelers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. And the Steelers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Detroit! Gone!
From the gun, Bradshaw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 40. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
And they'll run it here. Pushes him over. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there. They still need 6 more now on 3rd down.
Lucky 56. Gone!
Back to throw here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw on second down. Bradshaw. Quick throw. That's complete on the inside slant. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. On 3rd and 2. Bradshaw. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. This quarterback now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Bradshaw. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Looking to throw. Bradshaw. He's going to float this one. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. A big play there just before halftime. 48 yards. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is indeed good. So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Harris.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Gun! Set! Green 39! Green 39!
To throw on 2nd down. Bradshaw. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 15.
Here we go now. 3-19! 3-19!
From the gun, Bradshaw. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
58
Operating from the gun, Bradshaw. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt.
They run with Harris. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19! 3-19!
From the gun, Bradshaw. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They find some open field here. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
Green 39!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And they'll go on the ground. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Leopard. Leopard.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Set. Green 39.
Looking to throw on second down. Bradshaw. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Back now here on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
56. Lucky 56. Now let's go. 319. 319. 58, boys. 58. 58, Mike. Detroit. Detroit. Let's go.
Throwing on first down. Bradshaw. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 23. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, There have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now back to throw. Able to get away. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Patriot! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
To throw on 2nd down. Bradshaw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go now. Blue landed. Blue.
Operating from the gun. Bradshaw got his man. It's Eifert. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bradshaw. He'll rifle this one. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 27. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college. So sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks.
Leopard! Leopard!
And on the ground they go with a running back. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Detroit! Detroit! Set!
They'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And they'll run it here. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Here we go now.
Now a handoff looking right. And an alley to run. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Look at the... And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down.
Leopard! Leopard! Here we go now. Blue 90! Blue 90!
To throw on 2nd down. Bradshaw going deep for Eifert. And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
On 1st down, Bradshaw. Wide open receiver complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Time for a break. We're back to crown a champion after this. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Now let's go.
From the gun, Bradshaw. And the Rams got it. They bring him down.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, 1st down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Operating from the gun, Bradshaw, and he's going to go down again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, Bradshaw, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Rams have got it back.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
And they'll go on the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, giving them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit. Even though I'm